Hey punks, Mayhem here.
And you got figured here in the producer chair?
Welcome to Beyond the Pit, the show where we talk about music, life, and mental health issues directly with artists, experts, and survivors. Joining us for today's edition of Beyond the Pit, we got Peter from Abdomen. Figured give him the rundown.
Hey punks, just a reminder, you can find all this and all of our Beyond the Pit interviews on the official RockMental YouTube channel. Also, you can find them on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Also, be sure to follow at RockMental Official on pretty much all of the social media platforms to get notified when the latest Beyond the Pit episode drops. Mayhem?
All right, let's get into it. Abdomen is a Dutch trio known for their gritty, emotionally charged sound. The band is fronted by vocalist and guitarist Peter Van Beets, which is an awesome rock star name, with drummer Roll and bassist Eight, laying down the foundation with bass and drum. They recently released their new album, Yes, I Don't Know, on February 21st, 2025 through Fat Cat Records. Abdomen, at least for me, is one of those bands that no matter how hard you try, you can't quite pick out their immediate influences. I accuse them of sounding like The Doors due to Peter's haunting crooning, and the Horrors due to that complex wall of sound that they're known for. In reality, Peter, Roll, and Eights have tapped into the perfect balance: noise, emotion, and just raw power. Their sound and energy is unlike anything I've heard in a long. That said, it's my pleasure to welcome Peter from Abdomen to Beyond the Pit. Hey, Peter, I just want to thank you so much for spending some time with us today.
Thank you, and thanks for inviting me on the show. It's a compliment.
Awesome. Well, we featured you guys on RockMental a few weeks ago, but we've been fans for a while. I actually selected your band a few months ago when we were practicing. So we had recorded a few episodes that we didn't put online, and your band was one of them. So I've actually been a fan for a while.
Thanks. That's really cool. Good to hear. It's really cool to be like a band from Holland and to have people from all over the world listening to your music. That's something that's just it's a great compliment, and it's cool that people are listening it like all over the world. It means a lot to me.
It is. And
Yeah.
I mean, your music is so intense and engaging. Your record, Yes, I Don't Know, is an incredible body of work. We're all very impressed here. And I honestly, if I could show you my phone, I have you as one of my favorite artists on Spotify. I mean, I honestly, this is really cool meeting someone I listen to almost daily.
Wow. Thanks, man.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Tell us about how you guys started jamming together and how Abdomen got to where you're at today.
Well, like we're a band for almost 10 years now. That's already like so long, but
Yeah.
we started out as like I was just writing songs at home, and I like Rule, the drummer, he was a classmate, and I asked him to drum on some songs I was writing. And we found a bass player, Redmer, but he's not in a band anymore. Like now there's another guy. So we just started off because I had some demos and we were trying stuff out, not even to be like a band, but just to more to just try out these demos. And we just like I had a great like a great thing with a Rule, like we feel each other on a like a good way on musical level, so
Okay.
we connect on that very well, so we can come up with a lot of ideas, and
Hmm.
it's always just really natural to make music. Yeah.
That's awesome. And I mean, you guys went from starting out 10 years ago to getting
Yeah.
signed by Fat Cat Records. How does that feel? I mean, they have a lot of great artists, and you're part of that team now.
Yeah, that's insane. Like I know like there's a I'm not sure if you know the band like Psychotic Monks, and I was listening to to Psychotic Monks for a long time without even knowing that
Okay.
they were signed to Fat Cat Records.
Okay.
And then I bought a record, and I saw on a label it said like Fat Cat Records, and that was so sick because I was already like a big fan of that band, and then they also did like bands like Björk and
Yep.
Sigur Rós, which I'm also listening to, and now you're also like a part of that label with so many great bands that I really love. That's yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool,
Yeah, that is really cool.
and I think yeah, and they're like a cool label. Like they don't really stick to just like punk, or they all have like bands that have like the same kind of like not fitting in everywhere, and
Yeah.
then also fitting in together with that label. That's what I really like
Yeah.
about Fat Cat Records.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. It's like you guys kind of found each other. So, can you walk us through the process of how you write and record music, and how you and your bandmates all contribute to your overall vision?
Yeah, well, it is changing through the years, like first it was just me making demos at home, and I used like I yeah, like Easy Drummer MIDI drums, and
Yeah,
I didn't have any idea about drumming, so mostly I was just writing stuff in MIDI where you probably
yeah,
need like three arms to drum the patterns.
yep,
It's just not possible. But that also like sometimes it's just like it comes up with a lot of like funny ideas that change into the in the like the rehearsal space. We changing into something really different. But yeah, it used to be just me writing demos and then playing the exact demo as together and then make a song out of it. But now, like I have like a demo and we change up riffs and we just use parts, and then we'll just grab like another part, like maybe Rule, the drummer, has like a riff and he wants to do it in that part, and we all try to contribute to the song now more than how it was used to be, like not just me and my song. So it's more free now than how it used to be.
yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And
So that's how it works now. Yeah, yeah. It's like just random ideas together, thrown
mm,
together, and then like, oh, we can do this, and then yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah, we'll just do that. It's kind of random sometimes, and
okay.
sometimes it's really fast, and sometimes it just takes a long time.
Yeah, and I read the name Abdomen actually comes from part of your process is like a gut feeling, right? How would you explain that, or how would you describe that?
Yeah. Well, yeah, yeah, it is like abdomen, of course, like it's a medical term, but it's also like you feel like music and like stress and like just a lot of stuff is just in your abdomen, and I think like that's also what the music is about, is just like your stomach feeling, and then like I don't know, I just really like the words. It really it's just a nice word, I guess. But
Yeah.
it also fits the music, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. So you guys combine elements of different styles. So I've read like noise rock, post punk, alt rock, grunge. What kind of, or which bands had the biggest influence on your sound, and how do you incorporate these influences into your music?
Like you mean on the latest records or like songs
Yeah,
from
just
um
in general,
from
either way.
Yes, I Don't Know, I guess, right?
Yeah, either way.
Yeah. Well, like it's yeah, yeah, like both. Like we're always listening to so many stuff like
Yeah,
from and like now like it's always changing, but for like the Yes I Don't Know record we were listening a lot to bands like Sparkle Horse and
Hmm.
like Cat Power and
Okay.
you know the band Squid. Like we were listening to a lot of Squid. I really liked
Uh-huh.
that band because it just sounded really clean but really tight and like also really heavy. And I kind of like that sound. And a band we all like is Dive.
Hmm.
That's what we're listening to a lot. And yeah, so many stuff. And I think we just have so many bands and that we like, and we always don't want to sound like a band, so we're
Yeah.
trying to do our best to if a song sounds like a band we really like is Mets, the
Yeah.
from Canada. And like if we're playing riffs and it's like, oh no, it's too much Mets, we're trying to give it our kind of
Yeah.
sound and just change the riff. But yeah, but I think a lot of bands that uh, always come back are like bands like Mets.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, like Elliott Smith.
Oh
I'm a
yeah.
big fan of Elliott Smith. And yeah, yeah, Mets, especially X Cult. And lately, I've the only stuff I've been listening to lately is Hella. That's I'm just obsessed by Hella lately, so
Okay.
I'm just listening to Hella all the time.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
Slowdive is an incredible band. Cat Power is probably one of the most underrated artists here in the States. I mean, she has an incredible voice, and
yeah,
she's really
yeah,
underappreciated. I really enjoy her.
yeah. Me too. And I think also like the first records, they also sound like really raw and real. And it's just like guitar and drums sometimes and vocals, but it has like a lot of tension and emotion in it. That's the reason why I really like it. And the music she makes now is like completely different and just really beautiful and different than the early Cat Power. But
Yeah.
yeah, cool music. Really like that stuff.
Yeah, she has awesome music. Anybody watching or listening, do yourself a favor, check her out. But I accused you guys of sounding like the Doors and the Horrors, only because I just couldn't think of anything else. Your voice is
Yeah,
haunting, and it reminded me of The End by the Doors. You know, when he's kind of talking, kind of sing talking a little bit.
I get it. Yeah,
Yeah, and then the Horrors with just that loud
yeah,
noise that just kind of envelops you. And I was at a loss after that. I know it wasn't a
cool,
good comparison, but yeah, you guys just
nice.
touched all the right places as far as my musical taste goes.
That's really nice. Thank you. Yeah, it's like I think my drummer responded at the mill and he already said like we've never heard comparison with like the Doors yet, but like I kind of understand it.
Yeah.
And the Horrors is a great band. I really like that band.
Oh yeah.
I think they also released a new record, right?
Yeah, not too long ago. They released 4 singles, I think. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
the other
Yeah.
record came out yet.
Like we get when we play shows, we get a lot of like people would say like, oh, it reminds me like that band, and I think it's just because we listen to so many different stuff and we throw it all together that
Yeah.
we get a lot of comparisons with a lot of different genres and different kind of bands. And but I think that's cool because like it's just, yeah, it's just music. And if people can relate it to something they know and they have the same kind of feeling with it, it's nice. So
Yeah, I think at least for me, you know, I really connected with like the really, you know, deep emotional themes that you explore in your music. I know you talk about loss and struggle, and that might be just something people connect with. And then you have the energy of your sound that really gives just this. I can't explain, but it's almost like I'm kind of being emotional with the music as well and connecting, and it's actually really it's actually really different experience from other bands that you listen to. And maybe it's because of, you know, how you try to not, you know, sound like other bands, and like you're very collaborative with your bandmates and things like that. But how would you say that your personal experiences shaped your lyrics and your sound?
Um, well, I think my personal I put a lot of personal stuff in the lyrics, I guess. When I was younger, I would just write lyrics like very straightforward, like
Yeah.
just say how it is, and I try to work my way around what I'm trying to tell, so that it's not that straightforward anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of stuff is just for me, I see like making music for me feels like therapy a little bit as well.
Okay.
So when I make songs, mostly I make songs when I'm not in the best um yeah, not the best shape of myself, and then
Okay.
it helps me to yeah, to cope with some stuff. And yeah, and I just get the most creative when something not really nice is happening at the moment, and then I just really like it to, like, some people go for walks, and then I
Hmm.
just like grab a guitar or keyboard and like a notebook and write something down, and that really helps me to yeah, to cope with stuff. Yeah, and it can be a lot of stuff like loss,
Hmm.
but yeah, a lot of like stuff on the earlier record is about like anxiety, and like that's also why it's called emetophobia. It's
Hmm.
yeah, so yeah, it's just a way of yeah, kind of like a therapy for me.
Yeah, so one of the lyrics that connects with me the most from your music is from the song Anger Issues. And you say, "And who am I? I'm not myself." And that really connected with me for some reason, because it's like, you know, you're pretending to be something that you're not. That really connected with me. And so, you know, whenever you're putting your, you know, you're going and you're using music as a way to, as an outlet for all this energy that you have, it really connects with people. And at least for me, that was a song that um really connected with me, and it kind of made me feel, you know, like somebody understands, you know, what I'm going through. All right, mental health is a huge component of what we do here at Rock Mental. At least for me, rock music acts as a shelter or a refuge. Are there any mental health experiences that you want to share that comes out through your music?
Well, like, what I want to share with it is that music can just be like, it can play a big role in mental health. And for me, it just has helped me so much to get through a lot of stuff and to deal with a lot of stuff. So yeah, I'm doing actually doing much better than I used to do, and
Yeah.
um, I think music has played a big role in that one. And this so it's just really important, and to just do whatever you want to do and do what you like, and to
Yeah.
find a way to cope with stuff, and to find a way. Like, it can be music, it can be like uh maybe cycling or whatever, but
Yeah.
to just have like an outlet for something. And for me, music is that. So I'm really happy with that, and that I can just play guitar and be angry and that's and then not be angry anymore. So that's yeah.
I guess going through, um, you know, your Instagram page, I saw that you had some shows lately, and you know, I was just wondering, you know, you have a reputation for having, you know, putting on very intense shows. How would you say that you guys prepare for a show, and what would you hope that your fans take away from one of your concerts?
For our preparation for a show is probably not that much. It's just like, yeah, it just happens. And like yeah, I don't know, it always feels really, I like the shows the best that feel the most natural, that
Mhm.
has that probably has like the less preparation. Like those were probably the best shows we did. Like they were just like really spontaneous in a way, and
Yeah.
it's just really in the moment, and that's what I really like about the music. Like sometimes you play a show and you're just not feeling it, and
Mhm.
we're not like a party garage rock band, so
Yeah.
it's not like, ah, I'm gonna play the riff and yeah, let's go everyone, and that's just not how it works. And
Mhm.
if I don't really feel it and I'm not really into it, I don't really play that well. But sometimes there's just this connection, and you kind of feel that it's going
Yeah.
to be a nice show, and then yeah, then it's just, yeah, that's probably what I like the most. And I always really like it, like just as you said earlier, that you connect with the lyrics and connect with the music, and there's always someone in the audience that comes up to you and that really likes it, and uh, really thought of it like being something special, or just yeah, just had a great time or whatever. And that's like, if there's just one out there who had all like that kind of feeling, that's just enough for me, you
Mhm.
know. And then yeah, yeah, and I just hope that people who come to our shows just have a good time. That's all it's about, I guess. And yeah, that they enjoy it, or they feel something. I also like bands where I come that I like it the most when you see a show and you're just feeling something special happening
Yeah.
inside of you, you know, and then you know, like, oh, this is a good show, and you remember it for forever. And yeah.
That's great. Yeah. I always like getting band recommendations from artists. It's kind of like going back, a few steps and listening to some of like these really great bands that not a lot of people know about. So I'm more than happy to check out everybody that you mentioned. Thank you to your brother. I mean, your all's music connects with a lot of people. And so I've seen on Instagram that you guys have been on tour. Do you have any other shows coming up?
Yeah, we have like we're playing at the Great Escape Festival in Brighton,
Yeah.
in England. Yeah, and we're but that's not. I'm not sure if that's online or anything. But we're doing some Europe shows in September. I think Germany, Belgium, and we're trying to get a UK tour somewhere later
Okay.
this year.
If you're in Europe, I mean, go check Abdomen out.
Oh yeah, and yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
incredible band. All right, so thank you, Peter from Abdomen. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for joining us, and we wish you good luck and success.
Thank you, and thanks a lot for inviting me and showing the interest, and means a lot to us. And thanks for having me on the show.
We have links to Abdomen's music pages on rockmental.com. Please give them a follow.
Like we mentioned before, you can find all this and all of our Beyond the Pit interviews on the official RockMental YouTube channel and on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Mayhem.
All right, thank you for joining us on Beyond the Pit. Join us next time as we talk to a band that we're really, really excited about. We'll give you a heads up on social media, but only if you follow us at RockMental Official on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. This is Mayhem. I'm out.